From Nutrien Ag Solutions, this is Senior Meteorologist Andrew Pritchard with your Canadian Prairie weather story for Monday, December 6th, 2021. Got a shot of cold air making its way across the prairie right now, especially across eastern portions of the prairie. Minus 26 in Saskatoon and Regina this morning, minus 22 in Winnipeg, a little warmer, minus 13 in Calgary, minus 14 in Edmonton here on Monday morning. We'll take a look at the infrared satellite picture. We got a push of cold air coming in behind a cold front that's sweeping across the eastern third of the U.S. right now. And you see the stationary kind of purple shading right here. That's where we're not picking up clouds. We're picking up the very cold ground level. And as I show you the visible satellite picture, we've got clouds here across much of southern and central Alberta into southwestern Saskatchewan. But you see this white shading here. This is all fresh snowpack that's being picked up by the satellite here across eastern and southeastern Saskatchewan down into central and southern Manitoba, all the way down into the Dakotas here, and then portions of Minnesota and Wisconsin as well. And that all coming from a very active last week, and then following, again, is this shot of cold air across the region. We've also got some precipitation ongoing right now across far southern and southwestern portions of Alberta, and then extending back in toward southern British Columbia and then across the Pacific Northwest of the U.S. here. Some high elevation snows, some coastal rain here as this system makes its way in. It's going to continue to make its way off to the south and to the east, though. So a little additional snow across southern Alberta, maybe far southwest Saskatchewan as we head through the next 24 hours, but otherwise going to be a quiet start to the week as far as precipitation goes across the Canadian Prairie. Now we'll visualize some of that here with the high-resolution NAM model. We'll take this through Thursday afternoon. We'll go ahead and bring it back to this morning. Again, the snow across southern Alberta, this continues to move off to the south and to the east through the day today. Maybe extreme southwestern Saskatchewan seeing some snowflakes as we get into the late evening and the early overnight. Otherwise, we clear out for the day on Tuesday. A mix of clouds and sunshine, no precipitation across the prairie for your day on Tuesday. Another system here that's going to go kind of along and north of Highway 16 as we head through Tuesday night, into Wednesday. This is your Wednesday from sunrise here to sunset. And this, again, heaviest along and north of Highway 16. We're talking about maybe 5 to 15 centimeters of snow. As you head down toward the U.S. border, southern portions of the Prairie provinces, kind of close to Highway 1, probably going to be pretty snow-free from this system as we head through the day on Wednesday. So total snowfall from the NAM, again, these are just a forecast. Total amounts, or actual amounts, I should say, will vary slightly from this, but you can kind of draw in the Highway 16 corridor, something like that, and there you see the 5 to 15 centimeters of snow along and north of that, and then you head off to the south there. Chance for some flurries, but we're generally going to be not accumulating snow across southern portions of the Prairie provinces for the most part, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Now, as we compare the NAM on the left, Euro on the right, pretty good agreement there. More of the substantial snowfall along and north of Highway 16. Chances for flurries, maybe some very minor snow accumulation south of that, but generally, again, talking about no accumulation as you get down toward the Highway 1 corridor, excluding far southern Alberta, and that being what we see falling today, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, though, on the dry side. We take the next week. We'll take this all the way through Sunday, 7 p.m. Really, the pattern continues, and as we look at the actual jet stream evolution here, we're looking at a pattern that's going to deliver frequent chances for snowflakes, snow flurries, but not one that delivers a lot in the way of widespread snow as we head through the rest of the week here. So generally along and north of Highway 16, chance of picking up anywhere from 5 to 15 centimeters of snow, maybe some localized areas picking up more than that. You head further south toward the Highway 1 corridor, that's where we're talking about frequent flurries, little in the way of substantial snow accumulation. The next 10 days, first 5 on top, and then we've got days 5 to 10 on the bottom. We're going to see a bit of a pattern evolution, one that's going to blast southern portions of British Columbia with another round of heavy coastal rain and high elevation snow. One that doesn't really look to have any obvious heavy snowfall across the prairie, but will likely keep frequent light snowfall doses in the forecast even into the weekend and early next week. Now we'll take a look at the actual jet stream pattern here as we get started on Monday morning, again seeing the pattern doing something like this, a big trough digging through the prairie into the northern plains of the U.S. That's where we've seen all the cold air spill in over the last 24 to 48 hours across the region. And as we head through the next 4, 5, 6 days, we're just going to kind of see more of the same. We'll see these troughs diving in out of the northwest. And again, this is a pattern, it has wintry vibes. It's not one that's going to deliver, heavy swaths of widespread snow or, big winter storms, blizzard conditions, but this is a pattern that's going to keep frequent snowflakes in the forecast. It's going to be light doses here as we head through the next 5, 7, maybe 10 days. Again, we keep this pattern going all the way into the weekend. Let's go ahead and jump back. This is December 8th, 9th, 10th. Getting into the 12th, see another shot coming in here, another shot of colder air, but then we see a bit of a pattern change. Now we see this trough setting up over the west coast here, kind of over the Pacific, letting some ridging build then, potentially across parts of the prairie here, maybe allowing for a warm-up here, but your temperatures, you're going to be doing a bit of a roller coaster ride here with them leaning toward the colder side as we head through the middle part of December, and then a potential wild card flip to a warmer pattern as we get toward mid-month, especially across Manitoba, maybe eastern Saskatchewan. So the actual jet stream winds here, here's that trough departing right now, the next wave coming in from the northwest. Take the drawings off there and then put this into motion. We'll take this through midweek. Here comes another trough. This one again, they sneak off to the south. The storm track right now is northwest to southeast. And again, this is one that's going to keep shots of cold air across the region. Frequent flurries in the region, but not one that's going to set up really any significant swaths of snowfall through the weekend. We'll take this is now Friday of this coming weekend, Saturday, getting into December 11th and 12th. We'll see this next trough sliding down the west coast, and this is the one that really tries to amplify and then swing into the western U.S., potentially bringing some badly needed precipitation to portions of California, the Intermountain West. This would be a wild card then as far as maybe we get a more significant storm system up through the prairie as we get on the other side of December 15th or so. So that's about when, my certainty with this frequent shots of light snow confidence starts to run thin, and maybe we introduce the chance for more in the way of a significant shot of snowfall across the region, perhaps following a bit of a warm-up. So we'll get into that gray area here in days 10 to 15. You see the evolution here over the next 5. Going to be on the cold side. Shots of, light snow, flurries, little clipper systems kind of swinging northwest to the southeast. Northwest to the southeast, I should say there. Speaking a little bit quickly, over-caffeinated on a Monday morning. What else is new? The trough slides off to the west, though, as we head into days 5 to 10, and that's where we see maybe a bit of a pattern change, probably closer to days 9 and 10. So we'll tie it all together. I made you wait for the precipitation forecast, something that's a little bit more sensible for you all. Again, we'll bring it back to Monday. You see the light snow sneaking through southern Alberta, extreme southwest Saskatchewan today. Going to be a quiet Tuesday across the region. Shot of snow along and north of Highway 16, maybe lighter snow south of Highway 16 on Wednesday. This system gets out of here by the time we get to Thursday morning, and then really the pattern just continues to reload with shots of, flurries, a shot of cold air, maybe a chance for some light snow every 2 to 3 days. We see another little system sneaking through here over the weekend. Bring another one in here early next week, and then that's when we get to days 9 and 10, potentially seeing a pattern change, and one that maybe brings more in the way of organized storm systems, such as this hypothetical storm all the way out on December 16th. But till then, we'll just take it through Saturday at midnight. Your probability of picking up more than 3 inches of snow from the European ensemble on the left, the GFS ensemble on the right. Again, you're going to have to head north of Highway 16 if you want to even register, above 20-30% chance of picking up more than 3 inches of snow over the next 6.5 days. GFS may be a little bit more gung-ho with that, but again, those higher probabilities north of 50%, that's really north of Highway 16. Maybe Edmonton, a better chance of picking up some snow here. Saskatoon, certainly a better chance of measurable snow than further south in the Regina area. Winnipeg looking rather unlikely to pick up much in the way of significant snow as well. Take a look at the temperatures. The next 5 days on the left, days 5 to 10 on the right. There's that potential warm-up here as we get toward the weekend early next week, as the trough shifts off the Pacific coast, allowing for ridging upstream. We'll look at the 10-day temperature forecast. It's going to be a bit of a roller coaster ride at times. Shots of cold air coming in here. Another one here follows the Wednesday system, dropping those lows back into the -10 and below range in Calgary. Edmonton, you too see the cool down Thursday and Friday. Here it is in Saskatoon, that cool down. This is right after the Wednesday snow, maybe 5 to 15 centimeters of snow in in Saskatoon, and then the cool down, maybe a chance of some flurries in Regina, some very light snowfall possible on Wednesday as far as accumulations go, likely talking about a coating or less. Those temperatures fall off then Thursday and Friday. Winnipeg, the cool down, just a little bit delayed there, heading for a high of -7, -6 as we get to Friday and Saturday. That'll feel balmy, though, compared to the minus 14 to minus 21 that we'll be dealing with over the next 24 hours across the region. So, over the next week, cold, shots of cold air, shots of very light snow, potential pattern change as we head into next week.